In this video, we're looking at the theory of ascribed versus achieved status as a form of identity. And this was developed by a very famous anthropologist, Ralph Linton. And Ralph Linton is saying that we have ascribed and achieved status, right? Every individual has ascribed and achieved status as a form of identity. Now, the question is, what is ascribed and what is achieved? All right, so let's take a look at this closely. Ascribed status is assigned to an individual at birth. Here, so this is ascribed status, right? So equals to 1 is assigned, right? Assigned. This is assigned. So 2, so assigned at birth, an individual has no influence on that status. So no influence on that status. This is influence. The individual has no influence on that status. So in other words, it is innate and natural, right? So let's put that here as well. It's natural, innate and natural. And this is a very interesting point. And let's take a closer look at this and understand this very well. So essentially, Linton is saying we get our ascribed status at birth. Again, we have nothing to do with it. We have no role in it. We just get it and we accept it and we live with it until, we go away. That's what it is, essentially, right? So if that is the case, then we add a fourth category here, which is fixed, right? So ascribed status is fixed. Again, we have no control over it, right? So in other words, it is innate and natural. All right, so let's keep that thought. Now, let's move on to the next one quickly. We'll come back to ascribed status. So achieved status, on the other hand, is determined by individuals' hard work. Right, so here we have achieved status, and it's saying it's hard work, right? So you get achieved status through your hard work in life. So for example, we have professional athletes, lawyers, engineers, right? Professor, politician, and the list is long, doctors and so forth. All of these are achieved status because there's a process. You go through a process and achieve that status. So for you to be a lawyer, you have to go to elementary school, high school, university, and law school, depending on where you are. Sometimes from high school, you can go straight to law school, depending on the country you're in. But nevertheless, it's a process. You go through a process, and at the end of that process, you become a lawyer, you become an engineer, professional athlete, etc. Nobody was born a professional athlete. Nobody was born a lawyer or engineer. It is achieved. So then we know the person as an engineer, as a doctor. That becomes the identity. They refer to that person as, the doctor on the end of the street, right? Or the doctor in so-so place, the engineer in so-so place, the plumber in so-so place. That becomes the identity. And they're known as that. Right? Now, that doesn't mean that cannot change, because a plumber can become suddenly a pharmacist, right? And a pharmacist can say, well, I am really tired of this profession. I'm going to become an engineer. All that is possible. And it's an achieved status still. All right, so let's take a look at this closely again. It says the achieved status, on the other hand, is determined by individuals' hard work that leads to the status. Now, let's get rid of this here very quickly. So it says the ascribed status is usually always fixed, right? For example, age, race, or skin color, ethnicity, all are examples of ascribed status, right? So here you have age, can be changed. Nobody can change the age. And race, nobody can change that as well. And the skin color, well, you may try to change it by bleaching, but, well, everybody knows who you are still, right? If you're a black person, everybody knows that you're still black. Even though you have changed your skin tone, that doesn't change who you are. You're still a black person. You're still of that race. So all of these are fixed and cannot be changed. That's why it's ascribed status, right? So it's important for us to take note of this. These are forms of identity in society, right? So again, let's take a look at this closely. In terms of religion, it says some have argued that religion is ascribed status. However, religion can be changed as the individual becomes more aware, and if that is the case, then it cannot be ascribed status, right? Again, religion is a fixed status for most people, but it can be changed. Unlike age, unlike race, unlike skin color or ethnicity, religion can be changed, right? And if religion can be changed, then it's not fixed. And we have perhaps millions of people around the world that have changed their religion. They were born into one religion. When they became adults, they changed to a different religion. So that cannot be a fixed status. That cannot be an ascribed status. That will be an achieved status if it can be changed. And this is important for us to note as well. The concept of ascribed versus achieved as forms of identity in society. And for us to begin to identify people this way, oh, this is the basketball player, this is the Nobel Prize winner, this is the professor, this is the journalist. All of those identities, but those identities are achieved. Or this is the 6'8" man I was talking about. That's an ascribed status, right? That's an ascribed status, and that person is known by his height. Oh, this is a senior citizen, and that person is known by his age. And this is the black gentleman or the white gentleman and or the white lady, and the person is known by their race. Very important aspects of identity in society. Ascribed versus achieved forms of identity by Ralph Linton, an anthropologist.